Hey everybody, I know you're all happy celebrating just like I am. For those who don't know, last night the Dodgers won the championship. The sun's shining all the time. And so I've been celebrating and having a great time. This will be one of these moments for me. When we look at like psychology in the rose that I'll look back on later, I get to enjoy the game. I gotta turn the music off now. Give me a second. That's my song of the day. I Love LA by Randy Newman. Even if you don't like it, give it a listen, just for me. That would be my rose. I'll be sharing it with you when I see you guys next. The goal of today's video, though, other than me reminiscing about Dodger game, is to show you where we're at right now with the behaviorism unit. Okay, so with that in mind, let me pull up here what you guys got going on. So, of course, if you have questions, you're going to pop on over to our class Canvas page. We are currently in Unit 4 Behaviorism, right? So you click on Unit 4 Behaviorism, and that should take you right to the module and all the material we have there right now. You're going to want to scroll down. It's taking me a minute here for this to load. And you'll see some stuff going on, right? So the stuff with classical conditioning, the items here, you've already done that. And so you should have that completed. We are going to be using right now operant conditioning, right? This one here, and the opcon scenes, which I'm actually going to move up right here. Okay, and so those are the two documents that you'll need. So you can find them here. The other place, of course, you can find them is in our class calendar. So if you go to both Monday and Tuesday of this week, you're going to see a link there. All right, so if we kind of scroll on over to our class calendar, and let's do that right there. It'll take you to a description. It's taking a little bit to load here. Here we go. On down. And let's look at yesterday's. And here it is. It's a description of what you got to do, right? Combined with the two resources, both the PowerPoint and the handout. When you click on them, it'll take you to something that looks like, well, here's our PowerPoint that we've been using, right? So you do not need any additional resources than this right here. So if you scroll through this, right, there's some videos that we watched, but it's really this work here. It says B.F. Skinner. Again, this idea that what is positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement, right? Reinforcements, if I do them, it will make a behavior that someone does more likely to be repeated. Now, positive reinforcement is something they desire. You're adding to their environment, right? I'm neutral right now, so if somebody gives me a reward, right, something like that, that's positive reinforcement. Negative reinforcement is a little bit more complicated. It's removing something, right, unpleasant for me. And then to diminish, right, again, we looked at what do you do to diminish a behavior, and that would be punishment. And as it says in the slideshow, we have both positive and negative punishment. And so having an idea of what that is, again, positive punishment is used, you add to the environment to decrease yelling, spanking, tone of voice, all of those decreased behaviors. So once you have your head around that, and there's a couple of graphics, and here we have how to do it, you're then going to go to, let me see if I have it right here, which I think I do, the actual worksheet. And what you're going to be doing, it says operant conditioning. I ask that you make a scene. So I give you two situations, actually a list of different situations below here. Pick any two you want. And you can write like a little paragraph. You can actually have dialogue, and you're going to create a scene explaining what's going on here. So it says here, an older sibling and a younger sibling. The younger sibling wants the older sibling to treat them nicer. So how could they do this using negative reinforcement if you want to use that one? A parent and a child. The parent wants their child to quit having such a messy room. There's a messy kid, right? Well, I can use positive punishment. If I'm going to punish them, what does that mean? Tone of voice? Am I going to, when I phrase it, am I going to say quit being so messy, right? And then you do your little scene, right? You explain what's going on, and then just say, well, the parents could use positive punishment, which would look like this, which should lead to decreasing behavior. Two little paragraphs. When we meet up tomorrow, you're going to be in breakout rooms, and I'm going to have you share one of them. And that's it. We're trying to get practice applying operant conditioning, and that's what we got going on. And then on Friday, I'll probably tell some ghost stories. We'll talk about, I said we do some of that. I may introduce the final portion of behaviorism. So that's an assignment that I want you all to do, right? When you get that done, share it with me, add it right to your behaviorism notes, the same ones you put your classical conditioning work on, okay? So that's where we're at right now. Do this assignment. It will count in the gradebook as an example, right, in your portfolio for the unit. And so if any of you have questions, that's what you want to do. And don't forget, if you haven't done it already, you should have your notes completed for classical conditioning.